Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to make sure my feeds are up and then we are going to have some fun. We can get the show started. I hope everybody had a great week. TGIF, we made it another week. I had a class today, a virtual class today, which was super fun. Had a bunch of ladies on with me learning good practices for... Make sure my feeds are up. Goodness. And then okay, YouTube, Facebook is up, sorry. Anyway, we had a good time learning how to start and stop lines of quilting. We also learned how to use our walking foot. Everybody had a featherweight in class. Come on, we played with our featherweights all morning. How bad could this be? It was a good day. It was a good day. I'm a little tired today because teaching takes a lot out of me, but that's okay. I'm here now and I get to hang out with all of you all on my favorite night of the week. So, Lisa Meadows gets the award for first one to say hey. Hi, Lisa, how are you? All right, let me just make sure I got everyone up here. And then I will show you what we're working on tonight. Let me see here. How do I split screen? I don't like that. Hold on. Grid maybe? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Cheers. Thank you so much for joining me. I am sipping a cooled, chilled Chardonnay on my back deck tonight. It is absolutely gorgeous here in the Pacific Northwest. There's actually nothing better when the weather is this nice. It's a moderate 75 degrees and the sun is shining. I actually have the roof overhead closed because I was worried that the sun was going to be blinding. So, yay, welcome. All right, Sandy Martin, hi, sweetheart. I'm sure Rogue will be making an appearance here momentarily, Sandy, so you can say hi to your Labrador friend. Rogie, come here. All right, let me say hi to some friends here, and then we can start some sewing and some sipping. Come here, babe, come say hi to everybody. Hi. You gonna come over here? You gotta come over here. He's like, no, thank you, Mom. I don't want to. If I don't want him on camera, then he has to be on camera, of course. All right, Lisa is here. Elizabeth is here. Here he comes. Say hi to the ladies. Can you say hi? Say hi. No tomatoes. No tomatoes. Of course, he's not looking at you guys. All right, Elizabeth Sowers is present from Indiana. Hello, hello. Debbie is here from Kentucky. Hi, Rhonda, North Dakota. Thanks for joining us. And Polly's here too from UK. Oh, what a backdrop. It's like nothing but, it's been raining there. Oh, usually it is raining here, so this is an absolute treat. An evil twin sister Denise is over on YouTube. Cheers, sister. Cheers. Oh, good. Debbie's on from Kentucky. Oh, and Melissa's on. Yay, Melissa. Melissa was one of my students in class today. Yay. Judy P is on from Massachusetts. Mel is on, still from Florida. Did your diving weather clear up so you guys could actually get a swim in today? Linda's on from Texas. Michelle's on from Oklahoma. Hi, happy Friday. Franny's on. Hello, hello. Lawrence is on from Ohio. And Mary, Sister Mary of Franny is on also. Bernadette's on from Ontario. Hi, Bernadette. Thanks for joining us. And Kathy Klein's on from Illinois. Hello, hello. Debbie Sinclair from Kentucky says, Lordy, look at that tomato plant. I don't even have mine in the ground yet. It's still too cold up here. No, this one has really taken off, actually. I think we need to actually get a bigger cage for it because I have a feeling it's just kind of gonna... Last year when we had the baby heirloom one in that same spot, it actually landed up, kind of started hanging over the deck. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Say hi to the ladies. Thank you for the kiss. All right. And Julia's on from Texas. Hello, hello. Linda's on from Tennessee. Hi, Bonnie from Illinois. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Good, you got your lab fit, Sandy. All right, the tomatoes, yes, they have definitely grown. Hi, Kathleen from SoCal. Thanks for joining me over on Instagram a few minutes ago. Hello, Pauline from Texas. Judy P. said it's in the 70s there in Massachusetts. And Sandy Reese, poor homeless Sandy Reese is still up in Maine. Just kidding. We shouldn't feel bad for you. Hi, Gwen. Just frogging my quilt for my granddaughter's graduation, getting more mileage from that fabric, by the way. Oh, nice. Very, very, very nice. Marilyn Shade, hi, welcome. I don't think you've ever said hello. Thanks for joining us. My name is Darlene, and I'm with Featherweight Doctor. I'm glad you're here. And Sheila's on from Minnesota, Nancy from Lake Stevens. Hi, sweetheart. Teresa's on from Knoxville. Hi, Kathy, another sister of Mary and Franny. She's on from Addie, Washington. Cindy's on. Hi, happy Friday to you too. Odie. Oh, she got her second vaccine, so she's achy. Well, here you go. She's having Cider Boys Peach Country Cheers. I think that's an alcoholic beverage. All right, Rogue's all good, Elizabeth. Do not worry. His little paw's all healed up, and he is back into all kinds of craziness. Hello, Ferris. Thanks for joining us from Indonesia. I appreciate you popping over and saying hi. Oh, all the bunnies are gone, Nancy. They evacuated their little burrow like 2 weekends ago. So Rogue is now finally allowed in the backyard. Okay. Rogue is finally in the backyard without an escort so that he can't bother his little bunny friends. Good night. Good night. Oh, and Fran Lordy is on from Indiana. She said it's a beautiful day there too. And 81 down in, oh, it's a hard cider. I like hard ciders. Odie said it's 81 down in Aurora, Oregon. Whew. Welcome, you guys. Did everybody have a good week? Oh my goodness. There's lots of chatter over on YouTube. Usually there's not. Let's see. Cindy Matthews, hi, thanks for joining us. She says, hi, new to your channel and so happy to find you. You're from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hello. Hoping to pick up my first featherweight soon. You'll have to keep us posted. Welcome to the club. I mean cult. I mean club. It's a fine line. This is one of my my featherweights. This is, so my husband and I got into a little discussion about this earlier, ladies. He calls this his featherweight, and it's his featherweight would assume that he actually uses it, which he does not use it. I use it. So I call her Morticia. Morticia is a 1941 black side. Her faceplate is not dirty. That is supposed to look like that. She is a more collectible edition. She was made during the moratorium on chrome before the Singer factory shut down to convert to ammunitions depots for the war effort back in 1941. Ooh, that was a lot of words. Say that 3 times quickly. So anyway, I call her Morticia because she has a black faceplate and black presser feet and black bobbins and everything. And my husband likes to call her Vader after Darth Vader. She doesn't look like a Vader, right? She doesn't. All right. So welcome, Cindy Matthews. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Oh, Rhonda in North Dakota says we're in a drought, no snow last 2 winters, and no rain last summer, no rain so far this spring. Oh, we'll send some rain your way. We don't need any more in Seattle. Oh, Blue Diva, who's also known as Polly, says, thanks for the Lucy and Ethel show. I actually figured out the Tucker. Now I love it. Oh my gosh, Alicia and I have been having so much fun with those Attachment Wednesdays. And it was one of her clients that said, oh, you guys are like Lucy and Ethel. And I thought, that's like perfect. Except we both want to be Lucy. But she can be Lucy. I'll be Ethel. It's fine. It's totally fine. Denise says, no cheers for me replacing electrical outlets. Ooh, Denise, be careful. Let's see. Not hard enough not to electrocute myself without alcohol. Denise, be careful. Make sure the power is off to the whole house. I'm going to try not to. Dave, why are we letting the accountant do electrical work? Why? Although when we were remodeling our house in Scottsdale, both Andy and I became very handy at changing out electrical receptacles. It's actually not that difficult. Thank you, Polly. I appreciate that. She said Morticia's definitely yours. Thank you, Rhonda. I love this machine. Hi, Pam Ernest from Maine on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. All right. Okay. You guys are not taking, over here on YouTube, you guys are not taking Andy's side, are you? But no, there's no taking Andy's side. Let's see here. We have... So Odie is voting for Vader, apparently. She does not like Morticia. I think Morticia is much more appropriate. Franny says, how do you have such a wonderful... Oh, this machine, look at how shiny she is. How do you have such a wonderful finish on her? Oh, good, Julia. I'm glad you now know what the black sides are. Hi, Joanne from Mississippi. So the reason why the finish is so nice on her is... I think I told you guys a few weeks ago the story of how I got her. And hi, Kathy Scott. Thanks for joining me. This is my buddy who used to live up here, now lives down in Arizona by my in-laws, and she's waiting on a client, so she's in the car watching us. So my son was bored one day. We had got this machine in. She was really gross, like grimy when we first got her. And I think I told you guys that we got her on accident. We didn't know we were buying at Blackside because we bought her at an auction, and we can only see from the wheel side, which you couldn't see the faceplate from the picture we bought her from. Anyway, my son was bored. Sure, oh, goodness gracious. Siri was talking to me. So my son was bored all day. Oh, hi, Sue Marshall from New York. Lawrence is saying Morticia was a devoted wife and a loving mother. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think Morticia is much more appropriate. Agreed. Anyway, we got her on accident. She was grimy. My son was bored one day and was sitting in front of movies in our Arizona house, and he was really fond of this machine while he lived with us also. And so he had grabbed her and a bottle of naphtha and a rag and sat there and scrubbed on her with a soft rag and naphtha all day. And this is how she turned out. Look at how gorgeous she is. There is some more grime on this side that he skipped the side he couldn't see, but overall she's stunning, and she's complete. She has all of her bobbins, she has all of her presser feet, the right box, everything. Totally gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to put a link in on the copy. I'm going to put a link on the feeds as to the quilt I am working on today. It is I don't have my Ray with me today, so you'll have to forgive my technical ability or lack thereof. Oh, how do I enter? Maybe I can't link on Instagram. I mean, not on YouTube. I can't. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see. See if that gets you there. Okay, so this is a pattern. Hi, Jen. So this is a pattern written by my friend, Roxanne Carter. Roxanne is a phenomenal designer. I mean, prolific. She does 3 quilts a day sometimes. I don't even know how the woman sleeps. And one of her superpowers is that she can write a pattern to anybody's skill level. So she just has this knack for writing patterns and having the very, very, very beginners to the very, very, very advanced quilters be able to interpret what she's saying. That is absolutely a superpower. And if you've ever bought a pattern and thought, what the heck is this lady talking about? You know what I'm talking about. So Roxanne has an Etsy boutique, and she sells downloadable patterns there. And I've linked the one that I'm working on in on my feeds. So this is called Fractured Star, and I know you guys are all really surprised to see that I've got Tula fabric up here. So I've had this layered cake. For those of you who are newer to quilting, layered cake is the pre-cuts from the fabric manufacturer in 10-inch squares. So you have charm packs, which are 5-inch squares. You've got the jelly rolls, which are 2.5-inch strips. You've got the Cinnabuns. Cinnabuns are the 1.5-inch strips. But anyway, when you buy a layered cake of a fabric line, you get one 10-inch square of every fabric in the assortment. So it's kind of cool because if you have an affinity for the fabric collection, but you don't want to buy yardage of every single one of the 40 or 42 cuts of fabric, a layered cake is a very affordable way to be able to have all of the collection in one nice compact space. I'll answer, Odie, I saw your question. Hang on one sec. All right, so anyway, this is the layered cake for Pinkerville. This is the Pinkerville Tula fabric. And what I love about it, this particular pattern, is it really highlights fabrics that are large scale. So for instance, this fabric is a unicorn. That is part of the Pinkerville. And if you would have opened this if you would have opened this package up and started cutting everything up into little 2-inch squares or 2.5-inch squares, it would have still been just as beautiful, but you definitely wouldn't see the unicorn in the fabric. And so this particular fabric lends really well to large scale prints. Anyway. Oh my gosh, Mary, you're not being serious, are you? She says, what is Tula, LOL? You're killing me. So Udi wants to know, how would you compare Mary sewing to Morticia for my mom's 38 Jeannie and my 51 Vivian have a totally different sound stitch? Can it just be the motor noise? So, oh, you didn't see any links? I thought, Lisa, I linked it right up above where Jen came on. Oh my goodness, I hope I linked it. So anyway, this, what was I saying? Oh, Odie. So this machine, the black side machine, I don't play with her very often because first of all, she's very valuable in her like complete state. And I worry about more so than the school bell, more so than my 222. I mean, really on a value level, gosh, this machine is one of my second most expensive machines in my collection. However, I recently pulled her out. I used her on the Attachment Wednesday with Alicia. And oh my goodness, I forgot how smooth she was. So this machine, my school bell is just super, the link is, okay, good. Sandy, I'm glad you see it. No links. Oh no, I'll try it again. Okay, go away. All right, can you guys see it now? I just linked it again on Facebook. Okay. Okay, Mary. Just making sure that you were like not going to ask me who Tula Pink was. Because everybody, no link on Facebook. I don't know why it's not letting. Oh, maybe because I'm signed in as me. How do I? Commented on by Darlene. Oh, you know why? Remove preview. There, I think, okay. I think it had only people who manage this page can see. Do you guys see it now? Okay. I guess I have it so you guys can't link things without my permission. And it was me, not Feather. I was under my account, Darlene's account, not Featherweight Doctor. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, so this machine is super quiet. I mean, like literally I'm going to stitch on here and you guys will not even hear her at all. I mean, it's crazy whisper quiet. Rogue, what are you doing, sir? Rogue is asleep underneath me here. He's taking a little siesta. You know, he needs his 5th nap of the day, so. Ah, to be a house dog, I swear. All right. How was everybody's week this week? Mine was excellent. Do you guys hear how quiet she is? This machine? Yeah, okay, that's what I love about the pre-wars. Oh, okay, good. You did hear her. She has like this whisper quiet noise. So my class today, which was so much fun, by the way, was a huge success. I have to tell you, I taught a machine quilting class today via Zoom. I have been teaching this machine quilting class for about 15 years. 15 years. This is the most taught class I have ever taught. It was where I got my first start teaching. And when here in the Northwest, I have 4 classrooms, but I haven't been able to teach in any of them because of all of the social distancing requirements and all that fun stuff, which is fine. But I was telling my husband, we were talking about the success of the virtual spa days and everything, the virtual featherweight spa days. And he's like, you should really offer your machine quilting class as a virtual class. And I was like, I'm super nervous about it, because a lot of times when people join me in that beginning machine quilting class, they have like very little to no experience quilting. I'm talking about quilting, not piecing, like actually sewing through all the layers. And it makes me nervous because I thought, you know, if there's a problem with the machines, half the time I land up teaching people about their machines, that something that they didn't know. How is this going to go with it being virtual and not being able to, you know, kind of hang over people and listen to how their machines sound? I don't even know why I stressed out. It was totally fine. Everybody was totally fine. Oh, Linda just finished some alterations on prom dresses. You are so lucky you guys get to have prom. We do not get to have prom. Mel finished up her week with 3 trips to the quilt shop. That's my kind of week. That is my kind of week. Anyway, so I don't even know why I worried about it. It was totally fine. I was able to help everybody over the computer with their machines, getting their machines dialed in for free motion. The class starts out in straight stitch mode and then quickly goes into free motion arena. And next week, which is the continuation of the class, will be all in free motion mode. And it went totally fine. And of course, I stressed out for nothing. Of course. All right. Kathy over in Addie said, laid back kind of week, lots of sewing. That is my kind of week. I like that. Let's see here. Franny says, been piecing a shop hop quilt for a friend named Carol, who's going to hand applique. Ooh, a Dresden's plate. That's cool. She started a long time ago, and now she can't see to do it. That's so sweet of you. Very, very, very fun. Polly over in UK says, I'm currently trying to revive a little, oh, nice, 1953 221 my friend bought over after seeing my 221 Valentino. I love that name, Valentino, 1955. Unfortunately, the capacitor was melted down, inside the installations through the whole machine. Yikes, were you able to bring her back to life? I hope so. Tomorrow, I have, oh goodness, dropping pieces. I'm already dropping pieces, you guys. Good night. Tomorrow, I have an in-person, I have one classroom that I can actually have an in-person class at, and that is in Snohomish, Washington. So I will be at Quilting Mayhem tomorrow for a little mayhem, which will be fun. We're doing a featherweight spa day, and I've got some students that are going to join me, and we're going to have a good time and go through our sewing machines, which will be fun. Let's see here. Therese said, I haven't had my featherweight out for quite a while due to other crazy things. So I've checked my attachments, and I have the ruffler, but it doesn't have the slots to adjust on the, do you have an aftermarket? Yeah, no, so Therese, Alicia said that there were several different versions of the foot, and some of them had the slots to adjust and some of them didn't. Some of them have 4 slots, some of them had 2 slots, and some of them had none. So that just happens to be the style that you have. Oh, she's still trying to get, Polly's still trying to get that machine running over in UK. I will send good technician vibes your way. Franny says, going to finish quilting my sister's quilt this weekend, hopefully on my long arm. Very nice. You have several sisters. Which sister is this for, Franny? I bet it's for your roommate, Miss Mary. So I ended up working last weekend on Mother's Day weekend, so I actually tried not to work a bunch this week. If I work every day, I get kind of grouchy. So that's not, no one wants me grouchy. So I literally did it on purpose to kind of take it easy this week. And it worked out pretty well. Although, of course, I don't feel like I got very much stuff done, but at least I got a little bit of a break, and I'm working tomorrow too. So all work and no play for Darlene makes me kind of a grouchy girl. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. I looked at my Tula Nova for a half a second today, and I was like, could I get it started enough to do for my sip and sew tonight? And I thought, no. I did not have the energy to start something like that. That this is a little bit more mindless. Judy P wants to know, what are the shapes of those pieces? Oh, okay. So what I did, Judy, the pattern, and I've misplaced my fractured squares pattern, so I'm trying to go off memory. So I took my 10-inch squares and I sliced them on the same side, both sides, like this. And now I'm sewing these 1-inch strips in 1.5-inch strips cut, and then 1-inch finished. So I have these weird diamond, the piece you're seeing is this weird diamond shape. Yeah, you should click on that link. Are you working too much too, Franny? You should check on that link. It shows you the picture of what the quilt looks like. You can see how it goes together. It's a very simple pattern, but very effective. And I imagine that you would want to be very careful with cutting. I love the name of that. Oh, Mayhem. I know. I love Quilters Mayhem. And it is like a mecca. So Quilting Mayhem is a mecca. Say that 3 times fast. It's 15,000 square feet of fabric and classrooms and machines. And it's a great shop. It's a great shop in Snohomish. Denise says, did you see the Tula Christmas pre-sale? What? No, I did not see that. Animals with Santa hats on? Oh my gosh, I have to go look and see what that is. Elizabeth in Indiana said, oop, boop, 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 boop. We are finally getting warm enough in Indiana. Been planting some flowers. Yay. Mother's Day is the beginning of that for us. I did have most of my plants done because we've had a really mild spring. So I did jump the gun a little bit. That could have bit me in the tail, but so far so good. No more snow. Yes, that one, Joanne, it's called Fractured Stars. Yes, yes. Oh no, Mary's turning Franny and Franz was piecing the other night and lost one of her little blocks and found it in her slipper. That's, oh my gosh, that does sound like something I would do. I know. Joanne went and looked at Roxanne's quilt pattern, and you can do it in reverse, where you, instead of having white or light cross cuts, you can do it in dark, that turned out really pretty too. I agree. I have a layered cake that I had no ideas for, but now, oh, there you go, Miss Bonnie Pelton. There you go. So it was in their email this week. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out, Denise. Good Lord. Why is it that Tula just keeps putting out all these like stunning fabrics, and I just feel like I need to open up my wallet and give her all of my money? Why? Why? So I was laughing again earlier because I was telling my husband about our little conversation the other night. Oh, everybody take a sip. I have run out of bobbin thread. Well, I didn't get too far. That's good. I was laughing because I was telling him that you guys thought it was hilarious that I said that fly fishing might be a deal breaker if it means that I have to be quiet. Because I did not know when we were talking about fly fishing last week that it meant that I had to be quiet. He looked at me and he goes, like I had two heads. Darlene, you'll scare the fish. That's what he said to me. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense, I guess. Oh. Oh. Behave, Morticia. One time I was at a retreat or something, and I was sewing on one of my little featherweights, and I wasn't paying attention. I got talking to, I know, big shocker. Darlene got talking to the person sitting right next to her, and before I knew it, I had gunked all of my thread up in my bobbin winder because I wasn't paying attention, and it doesn't have an auto stop on it. Oh, Michelle just got my Tula Pink opening night for my long armor. You'll have to send me a picture. I love the way mine turned out. I just did an overall pattern. Michelle, did you do like have custom work done on it, or did you just do the just an all over pattern? I used that pretty green color on it, like the like in the sketchy fabric, that minty green. Oh my goodness, it turned out so cute. Okay. Both the shot. Guys are cracking me up. Okay. Oh, she custom quilted it. Michelle, I want to see a picture. Nice. So, Polly, is this what we're calling our group? Fabric Addicts RS? My friend who owns a shop in Illinois, I think. She calls it Quilt Addicts Anonymous. Isn't that like the best name? That's my buddy Stephanie. She is quite amazing. Ooh, don't fly away. Okay, she's gonna get the binding on first. I get that. I get that. right. Let's see here. I think my, oh, thank you. Let's see here. Pauline in Texas says, pretty fabric you're working on. Thank you, thank you. Of course, it's Tula. Excuse me. This is her Pinkerville line. That's what this is called. It's actually an older line. It's been sold out for a long time. Miss Julia in Texas says, I'm working on one of Stephanie's quilts right now. OMG, too many flying geese. Slow and go. Yes, yes, yes. Flying geese are not my favorite either, Miss Julia. I had the most lovely conversation with a new friend this week. Her name is Kay with an E. She's usually over on YouTube. And she was cracking me up this week. She called, she needed some parts for her machine, and her and I got to chatting. She lives in Arkansas, and she was absolutely delightful. It's okay if you're watching. Thanks for giving me a call this week. I also talked to Bonnie this week too. Bonnie's always fun to talk to. Miss Bonnie Pelton. Hi, Sunny. Hello, hello. How you doing, friend? I know, Jen. My machine sounds so quiet. It's uncanny. I actually have never heard a quieter featherweight, to be honest with you. All of my machines sound bigger than this, and they're not loud by any stretch. But this one is just whisper quiet. Whisper quiet. And she has a nice little smooth cadence to her. I also really like, well, you guys know this, my school bell. My school bell has a ridiculously quiet and fast cadence also. But this one is is really nice too. Really, really, really nice too. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? It sounds like Denise is painting. That doesn't sound like very much fun. Oh, Cindy Matthews says, I used triangulation for the, oh yeah, 120 blocks. Didn't lose a point. I love, that's the paper on the roll, right? Right, Cindy? The triangulations, I've used those on other quilts. I agree. They make short work of half square triangles and flying geese. Kathy wants to know if I use an AccuCutter or cut by hand. I do not have an AccuCutter. Actually, that's not true. I technically have an AccuCutter, but I do just rotary cutters and rulers mostly. Oh, don't you dare. Don't. The wind is picking up. Oh, fun, Lisa or Linda. That looks fun. You're taking your granddaughters to Thomas the Train. My son was the big Thomas the Train guy in my household. He loved Thomas the Train. Oh my gosh, when he finally grew up so that where he wasn't playing with, he kind of moved on from Thomas into Legos. I had such a tub of those little wooden train pieces, and I got to bless another family with younger boys at church with them. That mom looked like she wanted to hug me because those little guys are expensive. But you're talking about one of the live events, I think. That's fun. my daughter was not interested at all in Cole's Thomas stuff. In fact, Cole called her the train wrecker. Cole was the train maker. Ray was the train wrecker. I'd hear them both yelling at each other. I'd go flying up the stairs. We had a 2-story house when they were little. And Cole would be yelling, "Mom, she's wrecking my train." And Reagan would be like walking through like King Kong and just crashing all the train sets. He would be losing his mind. It was kind of funny now. Ooh, Jen's going to her granddaughter's dance recital. That's fun. Very, very fun. Oh, yes, and you did comment from the ball fields last weekend. Nancy is finishing planting 100 veggie starts. Holy moly. That sounds like a lot of work, Nancy. Good thing we're supposed to have good weather this weekend. Cindy said it's a CD. Triangulation is a CD. It has all kinds of geese layouts. I printed them on newspaper and it was really easy to tear away. Oh, that's a really good idea. Very, very good idea. I think the triangulations I used came on a roll. Maybe that was like the old school way, and now you can print out your own on a CD. That would be kind of cool, actually. It was a while ago when I used that, actually. Oh, Bonnie says she watched her grandson graduate from Thomas Jefferson University with his bachelor's in nursing by the live stream today. No guests allowed. Well, that was nice of them to broadcast it for you, so that way at least you could spend the time watching your grandson. Those long graduations are brutal to sit through anyway, so at least that way you could have had some hand sewing in your lap or something to be passing time, Bonnie. That's awesome. Congratulations to your grandson. Gardening this weekend, Sandy Martin says, in starting an arbor before it gets too hot. Very nice. Very nice. Sandy, you're up in New England, right? I can't remember what state you were in. I mailed you a rubber band, but it's escaping me. I'm trying really hard not to over handle these pieces because these are all bias edges because I cut the diagonal cross grain. And I'm trying really hard not to overhandle them so they grow on me. Oh, Northern Cal. Okay. So you should have nice weather this weekend too. Therese says, I have to dig up weeds, then plant my flowers. Thank you, Rhonda. I love these fabrics too. I'll have to do some weeding. You guys can't see in my backyard, but we've got blackberry plants coming up through our ivy at the bottom of our big tall timbers here, and I'm going to have to go out with some special gloves that I bought at the Home Depot yesterday to save my hands from the blackberry thorns. They are tenacious. So I've really discovered that I like gardening. This is a relatively new thing for me. Um, I would have said that I was a plant killer pre-COVID, but last year when we were home so much with our shelter in place orders, my husband and I actually got a little garden going, and it was so nice to pull like fresh tomatoes and herbs out of the garden. And so this year I decided I wanted to do a little bit more. We put in a drip water system, so when we're camping on the weekends, you know, we can actually not worry about the plants dying in the heat and all of that fun stuff, or send someone over to do all the watering during the day. And I am just absolutely loving having all the flowers around me. Costco had these beautiful hanging baskets, so I have one for the back deck and one for the front porch, and I am absolutely loving all the color and having all the, I have thyme and rosemary. I'll have some cilantro. This is citronella, so this is to keep the bugs away. So I come out here at night, and this plant, all you have to do is kind of fluff it, and it has that smell that a citronella candle has, but it keeps the bugs away. It works like a charm. I have 2 of them because they worked so well last year. And then this is parsley, that is mint, and then my big tomato plant. So I am having so much fun with the planting. Polly's like, man, you're flying through those. Yeah, they go really fast. You just can't overhandle the bias edge. Let's see. Elizabeth says, do you have a picture of what your quilt will look like? Elizabeth, if you scroll up, I actually lost my pattern. I can't find it. I'm literally doing this from memory. But if you scroll up in the feed, Elizabeth, there's a link and you can kind of see what the overall quilt looks like when it's done. Yes, the Costco flowers are the best. I have to admit I splurged a little on the bigger pots this year. Normally I would buy the smaller ones, but honestly, like, we're home so much right now, and you know, we're not taking all these vacations and all of that, and I thought I might as well enjoy my back deck and my backyard and have as much color as I can stand. So that I bought the bigger pots this year, and I'm really happy with how they're turning out. Okay, let's add our little corners on here. I have my iron, so I think I'll finger press these open. Let's see here. Oop. All right, Rhonda says, love basil with tomatoes. Yes, yes. Mozzarella with mango vinaigrette. That sounds like a very good take on a caprese. Yum, yum. Sandy says, I have citronella on my porch. Love it. Nothing beats fresh basil. I absolutely agree. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I bought 2 basil plants this year, because I literally over harvested basil last year on my basil plant, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough this year because we do a lot of pesto, and I also do so one of Reagan's favorite meals to make for the family is so you take the tortellini, the fresh tortellini, and you put fresh basil in with a little sugar, balsamic, and oil. And instead of having like a marinara or a tomato sauce, it's like a not a reduction, but like a balsamic. So it has a little bit more of a savory overtone to it. It's so good. The fresh basil too just makes it for me. Totally makes it. Oh, Rhonda, you get your mango vinaigrette from the kitchen store? Sounds delicious. So when these squares are done, they'll be about 10 inches, which is where they were before I started slicing and dicing everything up. And then I'm going to put 1 inch, well, 1.5 cut, but 1 inch strips in between all of them for corner posts. And I'm not going to do the corner post. I'm going to do the sashing in between. And it should turn out really nice. How do you know where to? I'm eyeballing it, Kathy. I am literally just making sure that I am holding it from one end to the next and kind of just eyeballing it. Probably not the best idea in the entire world, but that's okay, right? I should be actually marking it and pinning things if I was a good quilting teacher, but I just, it's just been a week and I'm just sitting here having fun, and so I am eyeballing it. That's what I'm doing. Mostly because I lost my pattern and I'm kind of making it up as I go. So if the squares turn out to be 9.5 inches instead of 10, who's going to know? This is a fun quilt. I totally recommend checking out. All of Roxanne's patterns are fun, but this one in particular is just, if you have fabrics that are really large scale and you really want to highlight the large scale pattern, totally recommend this. The name of the quilt pattern again, Kathleen, is called Fractured Squares, and it's on Roxanne Carter's Etsy store. Jen said, got company, my grandson and his future wife. Gotta go. Have a great evening. We'll see you guys on Monday, or Jen on Monday. Okay, saw the picture of the beautiful quilt that will. Yes. Hi, Leanne. How's it going? And Anne. Hi, Anne Warren over over on YouTube. Thanks for joining me. Actually, Leanne just reminded me I have one more spot available on my next spa day. So if anybody is interested in finding out how to service and maintain these little guys, I have one more spot in my virtual class, which is coming up next weekend on Saturday, May 22nd. So there's only one more seat left. And I don't know when the next one's going to be because I've got to figure out my summer schedule. It's a chef's. Exactly. I like that, Sandy Martin. All right, let's see here. Saw the picture of the quilt. Yes, and Lauren says, I forgot where I heard it. Done is better than perfect. I don't know who said that either, but they were very smart, Lawrence. I agree. And my whole thing with quilts is that they're mostly square and they don't have any visible holes. So I haven't had a quilt with visible holes in many years, so I think I'm doing okay. Good, she said, sorry I'm late, not sewing, just got home from my son's last ever marching band event. Oh, is that sad? Is he a senior this year, Leanne, or is he given up? Is he given up marching band? My son used to be in band too. Some of those concerts, especially when he was in middle school, were painful on my ears. So I think you guys know my son lives in Maui, and my wonderful in-laws are visiting him right now. So I'm getting all kinds of pictures of happy son, happy grandma. Everybody's having a good time. I'm living vicariously through them. I wish I was there visiting my son, but that's okay. I'm sure he doesn't really want me there because I'd probably just be pouring through his kitchen and pointing out all the things he's missing and taking him to Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh, he is graduating. We'll be off to college. Oh, I get it. My girl is graduating too. Missy! Oh my goodness, you already have strawberries ready? That is usually like a June thing. Missy Fisher over here on YouTube is a local buddy. She lives over on another hill, so here in Redmond. So that's awesome, Missy. It's an olive mango white balsamic. That sounds pretty awesome, Rhonda. That sounds pretty awesome. I love floofy salad dressings. Oh, what time is it? Oh my goodness, they're going to kick me off. Okay, let me finish this one last seam. All right. You friends have been delightful as always. I will post some pictures of more finishing work if I get time over the weekend on this little cute Tula Pink quilt, or maybe this will just be what I'll work on for my sip and sew for a few weeks. Oh, and there's a blueberry and a raspberry vinaigrette too. Yummy. So if you are just joining me, my name is Darlene with Featherweight Doctor, and this is my Friday night sip and sew, and I've been chewing everybody's ear off for an hour, so they're going to throw me off if I'm not off in 60 seconds. On Monday, it's my Ask the Doctor show. Monday is where I answer viewer questions on quilting and the featherweight. So if you would like me to answer your questions during my live, then please feel free to email me at info@featherweightdoctor.com. I'd love to talk about your questions or your concerns on the show about these little adorable machines. Morticia and I have had a fabulous time hanging out with everybody. I really appreciate you giving me some time this week at the end of this very long week. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you at 4 o'clock Pacific on Monday. I'm on Instagram about 10 minutes before if anybody wants to pop over and say hi to me over there. Blue Diva, have a good night. Thanks for joining me. And thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.